So I'm in the World Bank. I head the data engineering for the finance and treasury. This is a disclaimer. So basically, we have to put it because of the World Bank. That's this thing. So today's agenda, I'll go through how World Bank operates and on the data and AI. On particularly, the whole thing is on the finance and the treasury, because in the World Bank they have the data team, which is a core team for the operations and other things. But this is entirely catered for the finance and treasury data sets. So the World Bank is a cooperative type of a thing, which is 189 member countries. Our mission is to world free of poverty for on the livable planet. Which means it is just a lot of countries are living on $1 a day, which we wanted to. Mission is that to go to 2030 by giving jobs and projects and other things by $3 to $5 a day. So that's what the mission is. That and the treasury is like basically we are the financial services. Out of 189 countries, we support almost 80 countries. We help developing countries the portfolio management and trading and everything for them, and also it's a safe haven for them to keep their the central banks keep their money in the World Bank, so that we help the developing nations. So that's what the World Bank does. And also the World Bank is a knowledge bank. They are economists, a lot of stuff. So people come for this was built in almost like after the Second World War to build and reconstruction. So that's where we started. So how we operate, basically we wanted to enable our data-driven decisions. As you know, everybody have been going with this journey where we used to have normal RDBMS data and data warehouses and other databases, which is pretty much everybody had large databases to run all the data analytics and other things. So myself and my colleague, we started for the finance CIO saying that we should be we put a paper saying that we should do a one lake and data modernization project. When the data modernization project means we distinguish between the transactional data and the data warehouse and analytics and other things. So basically we came up with the approach to make sure all the transactional data relies on the normal databases, because we have a lot of in the treasury, a lot of products are COTS products, off-the-shelf products. So we could not change anything on those transactional databases. So all the end-of-day jobs or intraday data, we started migrating into the data warehouse, also into the data lake. So when we started data lake and we started looking at it, what type of the product to do the query analyzing, and we went through with like in the morning we might have seen Athena, Sandur was talking about it, and then we looked into Databricks also. We also use Databricks, but that's the central team uses Databricks. But for us, for the finance and treasury, we thought Dremio was a better suit for us. And also we wanted to make sure, because in the finance, what happens is if a management asks you a number, two different teams can give you a different numbers because of it's not data quality or other things. It is not a single truth of data. So, and also because they keep copying the redundancy data. So we wanted to eliminate and operate as part of this journey is the single truth of data. And also some of the things what we wanted to make sure is that there is no zero ETL. If the data is residing in somewhere else, because the Dremio gives an opportunity to be pointed to that data, so that you don't need to copy the data, so that you don't need to keep a copy and use the ETL and other things. You just point it, And like morning in some note I was talking about, it's the MDM data, which we are already doing MDM data. So the MDM team manages the data. So we just point it on our data platform so that we don't need to copy that MDM data and keep it. And we also use some reflections and caching so that if the MDM systems is not available, still the MDM data is available for everybody. So our main, like I said, the roadmap was the main goal is for agility, because one of the thing is we are encouraged to start looking at the safe six for the agility, and also on top of it, when we saw we had built some data hub and other things in the traditional way. When you wanted to bring some data or an attribute, it takes 2 to 3 weeks, or you have to have a lot of discussions goes in. So we wanted to make sure we are agile, so that if you wanted the data is coming, schema on read type of a thing, if it is there, so that if somebody wants to use it or not use it, then they can use it. And so that's what the agility and self-service is another bigger thing where we looked at it for the Dremio. That's what it is. The self-service analytics is some of the places what happens is in financial services, the traders and other people, they wanted to do some analysis and other things. They don't want to give that data for the IT folks. At that time, they wanted to take the corporate data and bring their own data and plan to do the analysis on their own. Those data, it's kind of like their own data, they wanted to bring it. So that makes easier for us to pick the Dremio, and we went with the Dremio as an objective to look into it. And obviously data sharing, it becomes easier if it is one lake and it's already there, so that you don't need to share the data, copy the data, redundancy and other things. We wanted to coverage, the data coverage. When I'm talking about it, our objective was the entire finance, if it is sitting in a single lake, also in a single platform, it's easier that everybody can analyze it. Right now, we have close to 70% of finance data we have already completed, with 30% is still going on, working in progress, because it's all takes time to legacy to come into the data lake. So this is an kind of a high level 30,000 feet architecture, where this data lake house architecture, what we envision starting, and this is what it is we are running it. So right now we can bring any sort of a data sources. We have built on the Azure cloud platform, and the Azure cloud is basically we utilize a lot of cloud native components on the Azure. And then we also installed the Dremio on Kubernetes, basically on Azure Kubernetes, but Dremio is a software as a service. It's not a cloud actually, it's a software installed on the Kubernetes. So basically, as you see here, anybody from any different data sources, we have a lot of security guardrails and other things to push it. We onboard the data, we have built our own orchestration application. Anybody cannot bring their data, but they have to go through an onboarding process, and then once the onboarding process completes, then automatically when the data comes in, we also use Azure Data Factory for the pipelines. You have been hearing DBT and other things also. And also when we build this platform for the entire finance and treasury, we wanted to give either they use our tools to bring the data. It's a push versus a pull. We are asked everybody to push the once they are onboarded onto the system. So basically, what we asked them is that either they use it. We also wrote some ingestion utilities, Python utilities. But if they don't want it to use that one, they can use their own utilities and their own, because all the data stewards, they know what the data it is there, and we set some sort of a guardrails and architecture standards, how they can come in. So we also, one of the standards we made it in the to coming, because to take the advantage of the Parquet formats and Parquet files. So we mentioned to and also we were looking at the lakehouse is coming at that time, because it's just starting at that time. It was not, the lakehouse was not there. So everybody bringing the data, they have to convert it into Parquet format. So any data which resides in our architecture is 99% is a Parquet format. Some of them have the logs and other analytics. We do it with the JSON. It's a lot of data. And then it goes through the data lake storage, and we attach the Dremio, and we do the semantic layer. So right now we are hearing a lot of good things on the AI semantic layer. That's what we are going to go. Right now we were writing all these semantic layers and other things. So hopefully 26.1, as you guys understood in the morning, I'll be happy to upgrade it to, right now we are going on to the 26 version. And at the end of the day, data sharing, and because we are controlling the semantic layer, we are not allowing anybody in the Power BI or anything like that not to create their own semantic layer in other places. So there will be a single place where everybody comes into the Dremio, and also the authorization, because we are on the, if you look at it, Azure Active Directory. Right now it is called the Entra ID. So earlier it used to be different name when we started. So we have built all the security guardrails, even if a person wants to write a Python program or anything like that. So because of the identity access management, and also we have granted only the data sets, and we also have done some row level securities also, so that if they are coming from anywhere, they will have access to the same place, same data, they are not getting any other data on top of it. So either they can query it from the SQL or an Excel sheet, or from their Python program, because what they have, they can bring their own PAT token, they can do analysis, but they cannot touch any other unsecured data. So this is pretty much on the architecture. So what was the data strategy roadmap? So everybody is going through this one. We also went through, because we are almost close to 5 years, but this is the maturity model where you can see that one. First, we started initiating. We have about 80 plus data sources established, like governance. That's what we were talking about. You don't bring all this thing, because we don't want it to do the same problem when the big data happen. You just, and I keep telling the people when they are bringing the data, don't bring the redundancy data. Data lake is keep it as, don't make the data swamp, because it's we don't want it to bring another lake and then make a swamp into this thing. So what we call it as in finance, as a finance area, as a village. So in the village you have only one lake, so that everybody streams comes in and drink the water there. That's what I keep telling in any of my meetings and other things. So that's what the one, and then we wanted to migrate it to the open lakehouse architecture. Right now, all the semantic models, what we have built it, now we are adapting the lakehouse into a canonical models, and other things will be going into the lakehouse. Also, we already experimented some of the MCPs and other things. We are integrating the AI agents to the Dremio now. Dremio has given a lot of other tools coming towards, so that is what we are going to see it in coming years. So that's a very interesting stuff going on.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you say unified catalog, is that on Dremio or is that something else? AI-enabled lakehouse extension. There's
Yeah, unified catalog means we have Databricks also in the. Unity. But now we wanted to create like an unified catalog using business unified catalog, not the catalog what we are talking about it. We are using a Colibra Edge business unity catalog. We are connected to the Dremio, so where the business entity can look into it, what the technical catalogs is there, and map it. We have some business analysts working on that one, and then they need to make sure and query after that. Right now it is scanning the Dremio. We have 25 version. Right now we are upgrading it to 26, which is Polaris catalog. Polaris catalog talking to the unified catalog and other things, what we wanted to build it. So unified means we are unifying all the catalogs into the GitHub.
Yeah,
with the Colibra and all this. Yeah, that's right.
Is that
Yeah.
the agents connect to? They work with the Colibra?
Not yet. We have. That's the futuristic we are thinking about it. Yes, yes, yes. That's why that's the idea, because now the agentic AI. I'm listening what Dremio is also doing, and we are understanding it, because again this is a starting point for everybody, right? So yeah, obviously I'm also learning from this conference what people have done, and we will be looking at it, how much we can use it, how much not use it. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. So let's dive to one of the use cases. We did it on AI because you brought it up about the AI. How we use the AI and the Dremio basically, and with the data lake house with the we wanted to improve using AI to get the term sheets, extract the data, and do the trade processing for the capital markets. So that's the use case which I'm going to talk about it right now. So before this use case also, I did different use cases for all the pension investments, where we have a lot of audit records, comes tons of PDF documents. We were just extracting. We built a tool to extract the data. So I built a tool where it can ask for the prompts, and we also gave the prompts and other things. When they finish the prompt engineering, we also gave what attribute it can be mapped to that one. It's a string, object, and other things. So we built in-house tool, and from that we went into our business team wanted to do a accelerating the trade execution on using this AI extraction. So basically, they wanted to digitize like all the term sheets and read the term sheets so that they can have a single golden copy of the data, which means basically when the term sheets are coming, the challenges is that they keep the data in different places, and once the traders have to read those term sheets, and they need to key into our trading systems and other things. That's what used to happen until we came in. The challenge was that one, and also there is always a human being error going on. So if the legacy trading systems, if there is a wrong data entered, it will process at certain level, but sometimes it will have to be fixed at the end of the day job. So also we wanted to make sure the same golden copy of data need to be sent to the different people in the issuers, dealers, custodians, and agents and other things. So we wanted to make sure after that also the business wanted to make sure that this once the data is already ready, extracted, derive it, and other things, then we can process the automate doing the booking of the trade. So that's what the use case, and this is the challenge. The solution was we call it as Shastra. The name is like the capital market extraction data. So and automate what we did is we take verify all the term sheets. They upload the term sheet. The traders upload the term sheets, and for the bond markets and other things, bond trading. And once that uploaded, we have a human in the loop concept on the tool, which I built it in-house. We built this tool. So once the data is extracted, we also show it what data has been extracted by the AI, and also we have a semantic layer where we derive the data on top of the extracted data. So once we derive it, what has been derived and what has been AI itself, then the traders will come and look at it, what the data is correct. And we also show them the PDF format also on the side, which is all going into the extraction data, comes into the data lake, and then we build the lake house in the Dremio so that they can edit it, they can update it, anything on that data. So that's the Dremio portion which is coming. So in the front end, we built this tool so that they can go ahead and look into it. Once they see all the data is accurate or correctly, and they push the button, automatically it goes and does into the trading system and trades the using those data. Yeah.
How much time are you saving with this?
So each trade is about 6 to 8 hours used to take it from the human being. Right now it's a minute, so they can within 15 minutes they can do it like 15 trades. Because I would not say a minute, but they take 15 minutes to look into it. So the speed of the trading has become, because they don't need to read it, they don't need to calculate all those things. Now the traders' time, they can look into the opportunity cost, they can utilize their what's the volatile market it is there, they can spend more time instead of reading the PDF documents. So, and the same thing, that's what the solution and the benefits is, again, reliable and consistent, because it was not consistent. Now, because they don't need to read it, all the attributes are there, they know what attributes they needed to know, and the end of the day job is okay, so that if it is any mistake is there, then you have to recorrect it and all those things. And also the controls, human review is there, because human in the loop is there. So once the human in the loop is there, you don't trust the full AI basically, so that most of the time we are getting the efficiency 89% to 95%. We have achieved up to the 95% of that one confidence level. And now using this data, we can also share to the other custodians what the challenges was there. So basically, we have to send it to the other market participants on this golden copy. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
What's your tolerance for error?
Yeah.
What's your tolerance for error?
Tolerance is plus or minus 5. Yeah. So that's what it is. Confidence is 95. So the tolerance. So that's where the human in the loop comes in, so that you just don't process that data directly to that one. So as soon as it generates it, we show it immediately. So the trader immediately generates it. It's very quick. It depends on how the OpenAI completes their extraction and bring it. Behind the scene, we use the RAG technology, retrieval argument technologies. So, yeah.
So how many iterations that you guys are taking, or traders are taking, to achieve the 95%?
So the prompt engineering is important. So that's where in the development. So what I have done is in this project is basically the prompt engineering is being given to data scientists and in the business, because they know what need to be written. We train them, and if you take they take about a couple of weeks to get one single prompt exactly. So the term sheets are different this thing, but it is giving better knowledge. At the end of the day, maybe some attributes it will not fill it up at all, but by giving this one, they immediately, because traders have been doing it for the years together, now it is easier for like out of 95%, 5% if it is error and 5% it is there, your 5% they can do the human based. We gave a tool to enter the data. So that's what yeah. So what's short-term goals? We are looking at it. Yeah, obviously we have been hearing Mark mentioned to me. So also before a little bit the announcing 26.1 right now 26.0 we are actually upgrading it. Once that is completed, we'll look for it, and we have lower environment. We go always N-1 approach because it's a lot of production data. And also the next one is that unified catalog, making it, and Polaris. That's something which we are looking at it. And also implementing that there is something called telemetry for the proactive support. Right now, if you have a problem and other things, we need to, most of the people here using the JSON, the Dremio, you need to download a JSON file and give it to the people and other things. But there was a option that you can attach the telemetry so that it will be going back to the Dremio support. We have taken that support to make sure so that we have less people, so automatically it will be ready and the tickets are that one, so that proactively we can do it. Obviously the Azure OpenAI MCP. We did testing on cloud and on our Azure, on our GitHub. Sorry, not the GitHub, the VS Code, and using the GitHub Copilots and other things. But our thing is we need to use it for the Azure OpenAI is the standards and not the cloud. So we are trying to get it. But different results is coming. We are playing around on our desktop right now, not really done fully. So these are all the short-term goals which we are looking at it. And in the long term, obviously, everybody's this can happen or not. Initiative is already taken care what I mentioned it. But natural language analytics for the finance users, that's the first, the one expected outcome, because as you know, right now in this one, that Dremio is giving the 26.1, where is it? It is really good that if a finance users, they don't know how to write a SQL or anything like that. There are some shadow ITs, so they can write it a lot of SQLs and other things, Python code and other things. There are business users, they cannot do it, but they can natural language. If they query it, it should start giving the answers from our Dremio, because, and also they can do more self-service analytics using the Dremio tool. So key learnings, as you know, like a lakehouse architecture, unified data, and accelerating insights. What is other things is the business data teams co-own transformation. That's important. Everybody, like the business and IT. Yeah, return on investment, we need to look at on the AIs. Like you asked me the question about how it can be. So the other portion of it, and the governance is more important for everybody. Open technologies, we don't know what data is coming in, everything. So those are all the interesting key takeaways we can take.